Tell me do something for God and country and go back to work.
That's a good one right there.
I'm gonna kick you.
The shocking news hit the internet like a storm. Rick Harrison, the mastermind behind Pawn Stars, allegedly sentenced to life in prison. Fans were left stunned, confused, and desperate for answers. Could it be true? Could the man who built one of the most successful pawn shops in the world have landed himself behind bars? Before we jump to conclusions, let's break down everything we know. What sparked these rumors, the truth behind Rick's legal troubles, and where he stands today. Rick Harrison's rise to fame didn't happen overnight. Born on March 22, 1965, in Lexington, North Carolina, his early life was far from ordinary. At the age of 2, his family moved to San Diego, California. But while most kids focused on school, Rick was drawn to business. Even as a child, he had a sharp eye for valuable items and a natural instinct for making deals. His father, Richard Benjamin Harrison, better known as the Old Man, was a tough businessman who taught Rick the art of negotiation and understanding worth. In 1981, the Harrison family moved to Las Vegas, and by 1989, Rick and his father opened the gold and silver pawn shop. They had no idea their small venture would one day turn into a global empire. In 2009, Pawn Stars premiered on the History Channel, quickly becoming a massive hit. Viewers loved the rare artifacts, intense negotiations, and everyday chaos at the shop. Rick's sharp wit, business expertise, and ability to turn almost anything into profit made him a fan favorite. But behind the scenes, things weren't always as smooth as they seemed. Rumors spread like wildfire that Rick Harrison had been sentenced to life in prison, causing social media to explode with speculation. Some claimed fraud, while others whispered about illegal dealings. Fans were shocked. How could a successful businessman suddenly face such allegations? But here's the truth. Rick Harrison is not in prison. The headlines were nothing more than exaggerated rumors. The controversy actually stems from a legal dispute between Rick and his mother, Joanne Harrison. In early 2023, Joanne filed a lawsuit accusing Rick of mishandling family assets, including missing funds and ownership disputes. She claimed that after the Old Man passed in 2018, Rick unfairly took control of business holdings, cutting her off financially. However, Rick denied any wrongdoing, insisting he had always managed the business properly. For years, the Harrison family seemed like a united front on Pawn Stars, but behind the scenes, tensions were growing. The lawsuit detailed that Joanne was supposed to receive a stake in the business and a share of the profits. However, she alleged that Rick had taken full control and cut her off from the financial benefits she was entitled to. The case quickly gained media attention, fueling speculation and leading to the false rumors about Rick's supposed imprisonment. The age of social media has made it incredibly easy for misinformation to spread. A real lawsuit involving financial disputes was somehow twisted into claims that Rick had been arrested and sentenced to life in prison, but there was never any actual criminal charge against him. This wasn't the first time a celebrity was caught in a web of internet rumors. In today's fast-paced digital world, even a simple legal disagreement can be blown out of proportion, turning into a full-blown scandal overnight. Rick, known for his straightforward personality, didn't stay silent for long. In an interview, he directly addressed the controversy, shutting down the false allegations. He joked, "I've made some crazy deals in my life, but apparently I'm now starring in my own crime drama." He reassured fans that while the family lawsuit was a real issue, the rumors about him being in prison were completely false. His legal team continued to handle the dispute, and he remained focused on running his business. Despite the legal drama, Rick didn't let the negativity slow him down. Even as Rick fought the legal battle with his mother, the business kept running. Gold and Silver Pawn Shop is still a major tourist attraction in Las Vegas, with fans from all over the world stopping by in hopes of meeting the famous pawn stars. The show itself, despite the controversies, continues to air, keeping audiences entertained with fascinating historical items and Rick's sharp business acumen. However, this isn't the first time Rick has faced legal issues. Over the years, other controversies have surrounded the pawn shop. Former employees have sued the business for workplace disputes, and there have been instances where customers accuse the shop of undervaluing or misrepresenting items. Yet none of these issues have ever been serious enough to lead to criminal charges. Rick has always been known as someone who can turn any situation to his advantage. His ability to negotiate and remain composed under pressure has made him one of the most respected figures in the business world. The ongoing lawsuit with his mother is just another challenge in his career, one that he seems determined to overcome. Despite the controversy, Pawn Stars remains one of the most popular shows on the History Channel. The pawn shop continues to operate in Las Vegas, attracting tourists and fans daily. Rick himself is exploring new business ventures, attending collector events, and staying engaged with his audience through social media. He's proving that even in the face of controversy, a true businessman always finds a way to move forward. This entire situation highlights some major lessons about the digital age and the spread of misinformation. First, always fact-check before believing shocking news. Sensationalized headlines can be misleading, and it's important to verify sources before jumping to conclusions. Second, legal disputes don't always mean criminal charges. Family lawsuits are common, especially when business and money are involved. Just because someone is involved in a lawsuit doesn't mean they've committed a crime. Finally, social media can make or break reputations. In just a matter of hours, a false rumor can spread worldwide, affecting someone's career and personal life. The truth is, Rick Harrison's business continues to thrive, despite the legal battle. His reputation as a businessman remains solid, and the lawsuit, while personal and unfortunate, is not a criminal case. He has denied any wrongdoing and remains focused on keeping Pawn Stars successful. As the lawsuit unfolds, it will be interesting to see how things play out. Family disputes over money and inheritance can be complicated, especially when a business empire is at stake. But one thing is certain, Rick Harrison isn't going anywhere. He's still running the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, making deals and proving why he's one of reality TV's sharpest business minds. So let's clear the air. Rick Harrison is not in prison. While he is dealing with a complicated legal battle within his own family, he is not facing any criminal charges. His business remains strong, and Pawn Stars continues to entertain millions. The rumors of him being sentenced to life were nothing more than exaggerated gossip. But if there's one thing we've learned from Rick, it's that no matter how tough the situation gets, a true businessman always finds a way to move forward. What do you think about this entire situation? Were you shocked by the false headlines? Let us know in the comments.